A common question often comes up: if I right-click on a folder in order to share it, either to give security permissions or sharing permissions, where do I do that for printers? Well, we do that. Let me show you here. I'm going to go to the Start and then Settings, and then we'll go to Devices, and here we have printers and scanners. So I'm going to right-click on this device. Now, this 6960 OfficeJet printer is directly connected to my computer by a USB cable. And let's say that I'm on a network and I want a computer directly connected to a printer, but I want other people to be able to access that printer. I would need to share it just like over the network, just like I would with a folder. So I'm going to go ahead and click that and click Manage. And here you'll see Printer Properties. If I click Printer Properties, you'll see that now I have a sharing tab where I can share out this printer. So it's really that simple. There is also a place in Control Panel where we can do something very similar. So under Control Panel, under Hardware and Sound, we have View Devices and Printers. And here is the 6960 I was just looking at. I'll right-click that and choose Printer Properties, and there is my sharing tab. So this is where we can share printers. We have to do it from here. Now the same thing is true as far as other things we want to do to a printer. So for example, set as default printer. I can set that and make that my default printer. See what's printing if I want to see any current jobs on it. I can also set printing preferences. So let's say, by the way, these are going to be the default preferences that the printer will always print in unless I specify otherwise. So let's say, for example, that I don't want this thing to print in color unless I specifically call for it from a document. Well, right now I can click, say, high quality grayscale or black ink only. Let's say I want black ink only, and now it will always print only in black ink unless I say otherwise when I go to print a document. This is my scanner, scan profiles. I have a scanner on this particular printer. And remove device and troubleshoot. So, and then properties doesn't really give us very much. It just tells us a little bit more about it and what drivers are running it and so on. So this is how we can manage printers. We can also add printers here. By the way, here's an add a printer in the control panel. Or if we go back to the settings document, back to devices, printers and scanners, we can add a printer here. Now that assumes that the driver is there. One very interesting thing you need to know for the Microsoft MTA, and that is that Microsoft calls the printer driver the printer. So when you're adding a printer, you're really adding the driver for that printer. Otherwise, they call it a printing device. The actual physical printer is a printing device. A printer is a driver in this case.